Hey everyone, it's Lisa. Happy Friday to you. I'm really excited about today's haul because yesterday I went out and I remembered that the new collections were coming out at MAC, and my husband had given me some money and so I thought, well, I'm going to go look at the collection, and I knew I wanted to get at least one thing from that Lilly collection just because it was so pretty, but I really didn't think there was much that I was going to want. And then the other one, the All Races, I can't remember the name of it, I really didn't think I was going to want anything from that. So I was thinking in my head, I'm going to go look at American Eagle, at their jeans. I'm going to go do this. I might get a new makeup mirror. But when I walked into Belk's, the girl, that my friend at the MAC counter was just scrambling, putting everything out. And my friend from Chanel came over with me to look at everything, and it was one of those days where, I don't know if you do this, but sometimes when I like everything too much, it almost makes me panic. And I feel like, well, I know I can't get it all, so it makes me panic trying to figure out what I can get, and that's pretty much how I felt. So I'm really excited because I hope that maybe I can help you if you're going to order or if you're going to try to plan on what you're going to get, because I really, really liked some of this stuff, and I tried it today, and that's why I'm kind of zoomed in, because I wanted you to be able to see what I was talking about, and I have my towels ready to do swatches and everything. So first of all, I'm going to get the non-MAC stuff out of the way, and I've got some really good stuff to show you. So this is the second time I've bought this, and I don't know if you guys have seen Michelle 1218's review, but she did a review on this shampoo and conditioner. And I'm not sure how to pronounce that, David Bobbi for Wild Aid or something. But the other set that I have is the moisturizing. And yesterday I bought the amplifying shampoo and conditioner. And these are so great. It's cruelty-free, sulfate-free, paraben-free, and color-safe. And best of all, the first time I went to look for these, I couldn't find them. And so I thought my Ulta just didn't sell them. The next time I went, I asked, and I could not remember what the name was. I said something about Wild Aid. And come to find out, they're not even in the expensive section of Ulta. They are in the regular section of Ulta. And they're only $9.99 a bottle. The other ones, the moisturizing ones, really smell like coconut. And so if you don't like that, or if you don't like a real strong smell to your shampoo and conditioner, you might not like it because it's pretty coconutty. And then this one smells a little bit like, my daughter said, baby powder. We both used it. And I would have to say baby powder, but not strong. More of a florally, powdery kind of smell. But definitely nothing offensive or anything. And you can see it got the InStyle Award, Best Beauty Buys. And it really is. The first one I didn't really even mention to you because I was just kind of getting it and trying it out. But we really like them, and I am still using my Win, the cleansing conditioner. I don't use this conditioner. My daughter does, but I don't. And her hair is looking great, and she's got curly hair. But I've been using the Win just because I really like the Win. And the negative to the Win to me is not being able to go buy it. I do not like having to order every time I run out of something like shampoo or conditioner, and you have to use so much of it. So that's another reason I'm just using it like as a conditioner, and because of the cost. And if you've checked into it or used it, you know it's pretty expensive, and you have to use so much. So this is just kind of like a little cocktail that I think has worked wonderful. So I want to tell you about those. Then my friend Elaine 0007 that I told you about, and I know you guys are so happy that I sent you to her because she's awesome. She's beautiful and sweet and just has great taste. But she had done a review on these, and she actually, I think yesterday she had a video where she compared this foundation to the NARS Sheer Glow. And I had been looking for this and I couldn't find it. The color I got is 004 Nude. And then the powder I got is light medium, and I'm wearing these today, and I absolutely love them. I would compare it to the Pro Lumiere. I mean, now this is the first time I've worn it. Matter of fact, I just picked these up today because my kids had a 2-hour delay because of our cold weather. We were thinking we might get some snow or ice, so we had a 2-hour delay for school. So when I was coming back, I just went ahead and stopped by CVS, and they had these, but they're not in the regular section. They're in like a little separate a little separate display. And I was so excited to see it. But they are like $13.99 a piece, which to me, these drugstore foundations and lipsticks and everything are getting almost as expensive, definitely almost as expensive as MAC and Clinique. But still, this is not as expensive as Chanel. So I'm really, really excited about this. I used the same amount. It was about the same color. And I debated on whether to get this or not, but I thought, they're probably made to go together. And so I didn't use my MSF or anything. So I'm really excited about that, and I'll let you know how that goes. But you can see it gave me great coverage with just 2 pumps. Oh, and that's another thing. It has a pump. How wonderful is that? That is, to me, the best thing, and that is so much better than the NARS Sheer Glow. So excited about that. This week I picked up some of these at Ulta because lately I have been liking to use these sometimes just on my lid. A lot of times when I've got the 239, the SS239, the 242, the 252, but sometimes you just want some quick color on your lid and you don't feel like keeping on, packing it on, and these seem to work real well. So, also my beloved Private Beach Victoria's Secret shadow. Here, let me give you a swatch. Here it is, and it is just the prettiest purpley brownish. That's what I've been wearing, and I love it. And my Victoria's Secret still has not gotten any in. And one of my subscribers, her name is Foxy. I cannot remember the numbers, but I'll put her name in the sidebar. She doesn't make videos, but she's one of my sweet subscribers. She sent me a message, and she's been looking for it too. And she went and swatched it, and she found an Ulta shadow that looks a lot like it. Now, we both agree that it's not the exact same. It doesn't have the wonderful pinkish dimension to it, but it is really pretty. And it's called Sandstone. And these are 3 for $10, so I bought 3 of them. So, but this is the color of it. And you can see it's very, very similar. Here, let me swatch the other one beside it. So that's the Victoria's Secret, and that's the Sandstone. So you can see that the Victoria's Secret just has a little bit more of that plummy, rosy undertone, where this one is just a little bit more tan, but they're still both very pretty. And I've enjoyed wearing them just by themselves on my lid over a groundwork paint pot, which I love. I've really enjoyed that. And a shadow I've really been enjoying too is Sweet Lust. And it's a pink luster, and I've got it on today. Matter of fact, it's perfect for like the inner lid and for highlight when you want to just give a little bit of sheen but not like a full frost. So I've enjoyed that. Okay, on to the MAC, because I'm so excited. I'm sure you can tell. Oh, no, I've got one more thing. My friend Great Makeup, let's see, it is Flirty is the brand. Anyway, my friend Great Makeup, she wanted to let me know about this lipstick, and I think you guys would love to know about it too. It's from Kohl's, and like I said, it's called Flirt. And Sheila, her and I both like the same types of makeup. She got the Rose Amethyst, and she loves it. So she sent me a message about this lipstick. The name of, here it is, and the name of it is Angel. And it is so much like, it's not like Myth, it's more like Creme de Nude or Gosh Darling, but it has more of a, I hope you can see it, it's real glossy, and it has much more of a pearl. See how it's got that sheen to it? And it is beautiful. I just got it yesterday, and as soon as I got in the car, I put it on over what I had on, and she said it's just great over like Myth or Creme de Nude, or any of those colors, and I bet it will be great over anything. And it's only like $10 or $11, so I think that's worth trying. And so thank you, Sheila, for that. And thank you also, Shelley, for the Sandstone. So first of all, I think the very best thing from this collection, and I did not plan on getting these at all, are these. These. As you can see, they look nothing like what they did on the website. Now today I have on Viva Glam 5 lipstick with Fig liner put on first, and then I did that shadowing type effect with MAC Plum. And I went over, because the MAC girl said that's what's fun to do, is to mix these. So the first one, which is gorgeous, is called Shift to Pink, and it's more of that purpley pink. I'm going to try to swatch these good for you. So that's that color. Is that not gorgeous? They are nothing like a juicy tube. The color is so, it's like really dense. I mean, you could perfectly wear these on their own. And the way the girl at the MAC counter described it, they always have the neatest ways to describe it. So she said it's because the Chanel girl said, "Are they like juicy tubes?" And she said, "No." She said they're the glitter is much finer, and it's a thicker, I don't know if it's a creamier type formula. And she said, so the glitter is more suspended in it rather than being just, spread across your lips. And I totally agree with that. And then this color is another color I have on. I just put them both on my hand and I kind of dabbed them. But this color, y'all are going to just have a fit over forever. But look at that color. They are just gorgeous. I hope you can really see that. It is like a champagne-y gold neutral. I wore it yesterday by itself. It makes your lips look about this big. It is gorgeous. They are not too sticky. The only thing, if you don't like glitter or shimmer, you won't like them, but I do. And it is just, I just can't say enough good about them. So I was trying to pick just 2 out of the 4 because these 2 colors, I figured, I've got a million hot pinks and I've got a million corals, but my Chanel girlfriend, she swatched them on her hand and she was like, "You're gonna have to get them all." So this is the tan one or nude one is called Resort Life, and it's kind of like a sandy, but it's got that mauve-y kind of, I don't know, that kind of pinky, that undertone that I love so much. Okay, this is the one called Lush and Bright. Oh, I've never squeezed this one, so it's just gorgeous. And that's the Lush and Bright. It is like that pinky peach kind of color. I feel like y'all weren't getting the full effect. I hope you are. And then, let me wipe that off. The last one was the hot pink. And it's called something preppy. Yeah, preppy. Sorry, I haven't opened these yet. Put this one up here. And it's just so pretty. It reminds me so much of my Chanel Glossomer Astral. It's A-S-T, I guess it could be Astral, but it's the one that I love to wear with the magenta liner and the cocoa pink. And look at it. Gorgeous. Oh, it's not quite as purpley as the first one. It's not quite as purpley as the Shift to Pink, but they're all just gorgeous. So, I hate to tell you, but you're going to have to get all of them. Unless you're anti-pink, then you could get by with just the Resort Life. But I do not regret, and they're only like, I think, $14. So, and I'm not really even a juicy tube, squeezy tube. I think the only one I have like this is Slicked Pink, and I really like that one too, but they're gorgeous. And so I'm so excited. I was so excited when I got these yesterday. I almost wanted to come home and do a video right then. Then, then there was that beautiful cream matte, flowery looking eyeshadow. It was really pretty, but I've got Juxt, I've got, all those hot pinks, I've got plenty of pearl colors, so I only had X amount of money, so I was trying to pick, what I didn't need, and I figured I didn't need that. But this thing is just gorgeous. Besides the fact of the way it looks, I've got it on today, it is the most beautiful. It's like, if I had to say what you're going to use this as, because I was kind of stumped on, what am I going to do? I mean, is it going to be like an all-over thing? I used it today. I used a little tiny bit of the Chanel Bronze Universal, because when I first put this foundation on, I felt like it was, I felt like it was a little light, but it wasn't. It's just, you know how you always feel like that before you put everything else on. So I took my 134, which is a really great, soft, big brush, and I just brushed it across, and I just went over my cheeks and all over my face, and it gave me just the most beautiful sheer glow, and it like automatically like contoured my cheeks even more, and it gave me a lot of color, like that beautiful brown bronzy, and it's weird, it's like it's not shimmery. Let me see what it's called. It's called Pearlmatte face powder. So that's what it's more like. It's more like a pearly look. And then I took my brush and just dipped it in, and you can see, and I took that and went along the top, like that. And then you could also just take the brown, I don't know if you can even see that, and then you could contour even more with it. But it's beautiful. And I'm sure you could probably let's take that little bit of pink, and put it right on the apples of your cheeks. I love it. I love it. I love it. So it was, I think this one was like $27, or it was right around $30. And the scary thing was my counter only had, I think, 8 of these or 4 of these. I can't remember. It was like a low number. It might have just been 4, which it was probably a mistake, but still, I was so glad I was right there and got it. And I'm thinking about getting a backup because I love it, but I'm going to give myself time to settle down because you know how it is when you just love something so much. But this reminds me a lot of my Jane Iredale Moon Glow. You know, where you have all the colors and you can swirl them or you can use them separate, but I think this is better. And that was like $45. So this is a definite if you can get this. And I'm not saying don't get the eyeshadows. I'm just saying I didn't get them. They're probably wonderful. I didn't even swatch them because I was trying to calm down and I knew I didn't need those colors. So I think that is all I got from that collection. The cream blushes are just gorgeous. I'm not saying I'm not going to get one, but I don't know if y'all remembered that Illamasque cream blush that my friend Olivia gave me. I've got that in my pocketbook today in case I go. Matter of fact, I put a little bit of it on today too. But I wanted to make sure I didn't get that exact same color because that's how they look. I mean, there was like a bright orange, a bright corally pink, just 4 gorgeous colors. And she said that they're better than the gel blushes. So this is one thing I wanted to tell you too. You can see where I wiped off that lip gloss, and you see how there's still a little bit of shine and glitter left. That's how the lip glosses are. And it doesn't leave it in an ugly way where there's like a chunk of glitter and nothing else. It leaves like a little sheen and glitter on your lips. So if that bothers you, they might not be for you, but that doesn't bother me because I'm just going to put on something else anyway. Then also something she gave me yesterday was a sample of the Girl Friendly paint pot, and I'm wearing this today and I really like it. It provides just that perfect plummy pink undertone to your eyeshadows, and it just, I mean, it looked great on its own. And she said she was scared they were going to discontinue this, and it's a matte. There's no shimmer to it. Let me swatch it. Let me swatch it for you. But it's beautiful. Look at that. So today I started off with that. Then I asked her, it was funny because I said, what about that other collection? I said, it's got a weird name. I said, is there anything I'm going to want from that? Because I didn't really think. She says, only all the eyeshadows. So that wasn't good to hear. There's 2 eyeshadows. One of them looks a lot like Mineral, Concrete, and Mystery. And she wanted me to get that, but I just didn't because she says it was creamier and had a better texture, but I figured I have all those. But this one, these 2, I just was so excited. Okay, this one is a luster, and it's called Banshee. And I really have kind of gotten into the lusters. I like Honey Lust and Sweet Lust. So here's the color. It's gorgeous, and it is beautiful. It's very similar to the Private Beach color. It's that mauve-y kind of tanny, kind of rosy kind of color. The only thing is this doesn't have as much pigment because it is a luster. Let me see. Put this on. You can see where it was right over that paint pot. Just that rosy kind of look it gave. I gave that, put that on a silly spot. Here, I'll put it there. So I hope you can tell that. And with that, I got and I debated on this one because it's not that thrilling looking, but it is different than anything I have, and it is a satin. It's called All Races, and it is this, and that light is washing it out, but it's this grayish, whitish, mauvish kind of color. I would have to say a mauvey gray color if I had to say. And it's this color, and I put this over the girl-friendly paint pot, and then I put this kind of over it on my eyes, and so that's how it looks, and it's very pretty. It just gives that kind of not too white, not too gray. Kind of reminds me of if anybody's ever had either yogurt or cannot remember the name of that other one. If I can remember the name of it, I'll put it up here. Yogurt, malt, or malted. I think it's malt. It reminds me of those. So I really like those two. I don't regret getting them. I've already thrown the box away. That's always the sign. If I throw the box away, I'm going to keep it. And then there was two pigments. One of them is like a whitish kind of color I wasn't interested in, and the other one is this one. And she gave me a sample of it, Rich Life, which I love that name. But it is a beautiful, I'm going to try not to, it reminded me of, I think not Dark Soul, but my memory, there's just too many products like going around in my mind. Too many makeup names. Not, I can't remember. If I think of it, I'll put it up here too. But it reminded me of a dark one I cannot remember. Anyway, it's very pretty. I'll try to swatch it too. I don't want to get too much. It is dark. It is very dark and very pigmented. And to be honest with you, when I first used it this morning, I thought, I didn't think I liked it. I can't get any on my... I don't know if you can see it there. But it turned out to be a very, here, now I'll get it. A very beautiful color, like a dark purpley brownie kind of color, and I might end up getting that. Of course, this sample, gosh, you can see that don't want to come off either, but I put it right in my, I don't know if you can see right here. I just took my that little pencil brush that's discontinued. I think it's like a 210, I think, or something, but I kind of just dipped my brush in it and just laid it right there and laid it right there and then blended it over, and I really ended up liking it. So that's what I have on my lid today, and of course I'll put it in the sidebar, but so I'm really excited with these colors, and I do recommend them. Of course, you know, I'm just wearing this all today for the first time, but I mean, we all know how the MAC wears. And then I think the last thing that I have to show you that I got is something I wouldn't have probably normally gotten, but it is called Glamour for All, and it is one of the lip glasses, or is that what they're called? Yeah, lip glasses from that All Races collection. And the same girl, she is so funny, and it's so neat because when you're both real passionate about makeup, like we all are, it's so much fun, you know, to sit there and ooh and ah over it. And she said, oh my gosh, you've got to have it. She said it is like underage, blankety. She said it's like underage and blankety had a baby with a little bit of cream cup thrown in. So, I mean, who can resist that? But let me see if I can find a fresh, oh God, it's beautiful, a fresh spot on my hand. You know what? It's almost like that girl-friendly paint pot in a lipstick form. But this over, oh my gosh, this just by itself, or this over Viva Glam 5, or Madly Creative, or Blankety, Myth, just any of those colors is just going to be gorgeous. So if you like the Underage, the Flora Abundance, what is the other one? All those ones that are, you know, milky kind of like that, this is even better. And I mean, even like the Boy Bait and the Ever So Rich, it's like that, but even more of a milky, creamier color. So I love that too. You can see why I was so excited yesterday. So I think that's it. I'm sure I probably might have gotten, did I get anything else this week? I don't think I got any clothes. And I promise you today is the last day that you'll have to see my Christmas tree, even though it's kind of sad because I love my Christmas tree and it's such a big thing in the room that I really miss it when it's gone. But we're going to take it down this weekend. Drag all the boxes down here. We had them put away in the attic, so my husband's going to bring them all down and we'll take it down. But I hope you guys had a great week. It is still freezing here, but somehow I'm still getting out. And so I'm looking forward to this weekend, and I will see you, if not this weekend, I'll see you next week. I have lots of, I know I left off eyeshadows out of my favorites. And I thought about it a little bit, but, you know, some of my favorite ones, like this one I just got. So I'm going to do a separate video on that, and I'm going to do more lip combos, and I'm going to do some eyeshadow combos that I really like. And I'm really getting excited because it's so much fun. And so I'll see you next week, and I'll do those, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye. Hey, everybody, it's me again. I forgot to tell you one of the most important things. I'm just going to let you see. Bridget, say hey. Can you say hey? Say hey. Say hey, everybody. Put her down. But there is a blush in that new collection. It's called All Ages, All Races, All Sexes. I got the name down, and it's called Personal Style. And that blush is almost identical to Strata. And that was so exciting for me because those of you that couldn't get Strata, that one is almost just like it. Matter of fact, they tried it on me, and it was just so much like it that I didn't get it. And it was funny because the girl said, Lisa, how many Stratas do you have? Because I kept going back and getting them, but I wasn't getting them for me. I was getting them for other people. Sorry, my kids are home from school. But anyway, I wanted to tell you that, and I also wanted to tell you that they had some good eyebrow pencils, and I wanted to show you my makeup. This is about, I guess it's probably been about 4 hours, probably about 5 hours since I put it on, and I haven't blotted or anything, so you can see I'm getting a little bit shiny in my T-zone, but really that foundation has held up so well, and I have not put any more gloss on, and I've eaten lunch and been drinking a drink with a straw all day. So I wanted to just brag on that makeup, and I'll let you see it after I had worn it for a while. So, and like I said, I'm so excited. I went back to look at the collection today, and I like my Illamasque blush just as good as any of those, so I didn't get anything else. But so let me know what you get, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.